Good morning, y'all. Happy Tuesday. How's everyone doing this morning? Y'all, let me tell y'all what I did. I poured my last cup of coffee in my cup and I came out here, right? And I puffed a little bit. And for some reason, I got up and just like dumped my coffee out. So I had to go in there and make some more. I dumped it out thinking that I had more coffee made, but I didn't. Damn, I can't remember crap anymore. Burnout, y'all. Hey, Melanie, Tammy, Theresa, Mandy, Charlie Girl says, Cindy, Jack's mom. Am I missing anybody? Debbie, Misty. Good morning. I hope I didn't miss anybody in the chat. I need my glasses. Hold on. Well, I don't have them out here. Crap. Why do I do things like that? Hey, Bella. Good to see you. Hey, guys. This morning, I saw some breaking news about the Crystal Rogers case. They've had FBI agents. She disappeared from Bardstown, Kentucky years ago. She's been gone forever. Hey, Kathy. They found her car abandoned on the Blue Ridge Parkway. And guess what? Her dad was murdered like a year later after her disappearance. But anyways, they had FBI agents, cadaver dogs, other people searching a subdivision in Bardstown. I'm going to read y'all the article. Hopefully, they're getting ready to make an arrest or at least locate her body. Her man she was living with at the time, what is his name? Is his name Brooks Housk? Let me get it pulled up. Lady scratching at the door. Hold on a minute. I hope they find her. Her dad, he was looking for her. I mean, and then a year later, he goes hunting and somebody shoots him and kills him. They was laying and waiting for him. And it's connected to Crystal's case. Those how the hell ever you say their name. I think it's like Housk. They got a weird name. They're weirdos. Okay, FBI conducting searches in Bardstown connected to Crystal Rogers' investigation. She had kids. Federal investigators are conducting several searches in Bardstown, Kentucky, connected to the disappearance of Crystal Rogers. The FBI said on social media Tuesday morning that based on information collected over the last year in the federal investigation, it is conducting searches in the Woodlawn Springs subdivision of Bardstown. Crystal Rogers, a mother of five, went missing July 3rd, 2015. Crystal's car was found abandoned with a flat tire on the Blue Grass Parkway in Bardstown with her phone, purse, and keys still inside. The man she was dating at the time, Brooke Houck, I think it's Houck, was the last person to see her alive. Brooke has been named a main suspect in the case by the Nelson County Sheriff's Office. And you know what? Brooke's brother, what's his name? I believe his name's Nick, if I'm not mistaken. He was a police officer for Bardstown. Last year, the FBI took over the investigation into Crystal's disappearance and came into Bardstown with a show of force, serving search warrants and conducting interviews. The FBI said in July that it was in its final stages of the investigation. The FBI continues to ask for tips, saying no tip is too small. The family is offering a $100,000 reward for information that leads to an arrest and conviction. Hopefully, this story will be updated. Hopefully, they're going to cuff and stuff old Brooks and his weirdo cop brother, ex-cop brother. Here's what happened. Brooks killed her. And then he called his cop brother to help him get rid of the body. That's what happened. What in the hell is playing? Hold on. It was playing an ad. That's what happened. I watched a documentary a while back. I believe it was on the Oxygen channel. And it was about Crystal Rogers' disappearance. And it was like, it took me all day to watch it. It was like 2 or 3 parts. But there's been like a bunch of murders in Bardstown. There was a cop that was ambushed. He was off duty going home, and he come. I believe he was going down an exit ramp or something, and there was like limbs and stuff in the road or something like that. And he got out to move them, and he was like gunned down. It's crazy. Her dad, he was making a fuss. Crystal's dad was making a fuss about her disappearance, and he was doing his own investigation and stuff, and he was gaining ground, and someone killed him not even a year later. It's all connected. I can't wait till they cuff and stuff them out. And Brooks and Nick's mom, I believe his brother's name's Nick. Now don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure. Well, I thought the guy, no, he's not. A while back, I believe it was like last summer or the summer before, they found a body in Bardstown, a woman's body. Everybody thought it was Crystal, but no. Yes, CC. And there was a mother-daughter murder too. Drugs and corruption, in my opinion. Yeah, you wouldn't believe the crap that goes on in these small towns. Anyways, Brooks was in the investigator's office. They was interrogating him, right? And his brother calls him on the phone, and him, a Bardstown police officer, and tells him to quit answering questions. Mm-hmm. Didn't her dad have his grandson with him? Yes, he had somebody. Yeah, I believe it was his grandson. Yeah. See, in that documentary I watched, it showed how someone had come in from the road and just like laid in wait in the bushes for him to come across that field. They was even limbs cut down. It has to be Brooks and his weirdo brother. Is his brother's name Nick or not? Let's look it up. That's driving me crazy. Wrong phone. Let me get the other one. Hey, Fancy Drew. Yeah, and in that documentary, of course, they go to Crystal Rother's mom's home, and she shows them her husband's office and all the evidence that he had gathered. I mean, he was working hard on finding where his daughter was at, and that's why he was killed. Okay, let me see. I'm pretty sure it's Nick. Yeah, it is. His brother's name is Nick. They got the weirdest name, Houck. I had to look up how to pronounce it. Let's see. Let's pull up some pictures of them. Let me get this link right here. I might have to let Lady out here. She's my little stalker. She trips out if she can't be at my butt. Hold on. Lady, we're trying to true crime it, girl. Leave us alone for an hour. Jesus. I can't see a minute's peace. Animals run my life. I'm not joking. And I'm not feeling good this morning. I didn't feel like doing a live stream, but I was like, I got to. This is breaking news about Crystal. Okay, we're going to pull up her boyfriend she was with at the time and has a kid with. Here he is. Hold on, let me let Ladybug out. And grab me a cup of coffee. Come on. Okay, lady, take a seat, girlfriend. Okay, here's this weirdo. They're getting ready to go down, and so is their mommy. But she's helped cover this up too, from what I understand. Let's see. Brooke Houck, a businessman who's also the former boyfriend and main suspect in the disappearance of Crystal Rogers, 35-year-old mother of 5 who went missing under suspicious circumstances on July 3rd, 2015. God, it's been a long time ago. There are multiple people around Brooks who have been implicated in her disappearance, and Brooks has been accused of theft for which he was acquitted. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, runs a rental business. I don't know who do business with him. Okay, runs a Houck Reynolds, a business involving real estate holdings of more than 130 parcels in 2018, the Kentucky Standard reported. According to WDRB, he owns 129 properties in 11 houses. According to Dun and Bradstreet, the company has 4 employees and made $330,000 in sales. Well, that was in 2018. None of that's going to matter when he's cuffed and stuffed and booked and cooked. Karma's coming for you, Brooksy boy. Karma's coming. It's coming. Whatever you do, whatever you put out into this universe, it comes back on you, whether it's good or bad. And when he dies, he's going straight to hell for murdering Crystal and her dad. Okay. In 2019, a partially built home on Wheeling Avenue was destroyed in a fire. And according to what Fire Chief Billy Mattingly told the Lexington Herald Leader, the fire was being investigated as arson. See, he's just a freaking criminal. Okay. His home was raided by the FBI. So Nelson County Sheriff Raymond Panario or something told WHAS 11 that Brooks is the main suspect in the case of Crystal Rogers' disappearance, even though he's never been charged. Brooks told police the last time they talked, he and Crystal got into an argument over how he treated her children, but he said that she was still at home when he went to bed, according to WHAS 11. He said that Crystal was on her phone when he went to sleep and gone when he woke up. Bullshit. However, Crystal's mother, Sherry Ballard, doesn't believe him. Ballard told WDRB that she believes that Brooks is guilty of something and that her daughter got mixed up with the wrong person when she started dating him. He's very deceiving, she said. When you first meet him, everyone just thinks he's the perfect gentleman. But when you really get to know him, you don't know what kind of monsters live there. Hey, I met several men like that. Believe me. Several people around Brooks, including 2 relatives and 1 employee, have also been implicated in the case, according to WKLY. One of Brooks' employees, Danny Singleton, pleaded guilty to false swearing after he initially faced 38 counts of perjury for lying to detectives. Brooks' grandmother, Anna Whitesides, was also implicated when she invoked her Fifth Amendment right when called to testify in court. The station reported that whoever was responsible for her disappearance used Whiteside's car to move Crystal's body. On August 6th, the same day that the FBI announced that it was taking over Crystal's case, Brooks and his brother Nick's homes were raided. Oh, I remember when they done that. We talked about it on the live stream. Okay. Witnesses also said they heard loud noises at Brooks' residence and watched agents leaving with manila envelopes. Okay. Yeah, I wonder what they took. Let's see. Okay, his brother was fired from the Bardstown Police Department. Yeah, they didn't want nothing to do with him. I mean, here they are trying to question his brother about his girlfriend's disappearance, and him a police officer, and he calls his brother and tells him to quit cooperating. And Brooks tells those investigators, he's like, my brother Nick's on the phone, and he's telling me to get up and walk out. And then I think either Nick took a lie detector test or refused one or something like that, and they fired him. Okay, Nick Houck was a Bardstown police officer at the time of Crystal's disappearance. However, Nick's behavior led to his dismissal. Former Chief Rick McCubbin said that Nick told his brother Brooks to leave the interrogation room, and Brooks did. McCubbin said that Nick's conduct was unbecoming and showed poor ethics and integrity. The chief also threatened to take his badge, and he said that Nick did not seem very bothered by that idea. The Daily Beast alleged that he refused to be interviewed by detectives searching for Rogers, failed an FBI polygraph test, and tried to warn his brother when police were going to interview him. He was fired from the department after Crystal Rogers' disappearance. On August 6th, what year was this? Was this last year's article? Let's go back up. June 7th, 2021. Oh, it's not that long ago. Okay. Let's go back. Weirdo Brothers. Granny's involved too. Granny's covering for her precious grandsons, her beloved grandsons that are such good people. Okay, let's go down. Where did I stop at? I was reading about his brother right here. Okay. August 6th, FBI agents raided his home and witnesses told the Kentucky Standard they saw agents searching the property as well as other agents bringing a handcuffed Nick out of the house Thursday morning. I wonder how he liked being cuffed and stuffed after being a police officer. Houck was acquitted in a theft case in 2018. Hey, they're just common criminals. Country thugs. Okay, WDRB reported that Houck was indicted on 4 felony counts, 4 misdemeanor counts of theft after he was accused of taking more than 200 bundles of roofing shingles from Lowe's in Nelson County over a period of multiple days. Can you believe that? Somebody would steal roofing shingles. What in the hell? Bardstown Police Chief Kim, what's his name? Krazig told WDRB that they conducted a search warrant of Houck's house looking for financial records related to the theft allegations. He made bond and was ordered to have no contact with Lowe's. How embarrassing. Oh my gosh, I wonder what Granny thought about that. Houck won a custody battle with Roger's mother. That's a bunch of bullcrap, ain't it? She should have been given custody of the youngest. She's got her other kids. Okay. It's a bunch of crap. Ballard initially had visitation with her grandson, but after several custody hearings, a trial court began to have concerns, according to WDRB. Brooks said that when his son would return from visiting the Ballards, his son would be sullen and uncooperative, extremely accusatory, and demanding to know, what did you do to my mommy? Oh, bullcrap. I do not believe Crystal Rogers' mom said things like that to that young child. I do not believe it. He's crazy. He's a weirdo. As a result, a 3-judge panel said there was a detrimental aspect to the boy's visits with the grandmother. Ballard has maintained that she will always believe Houck did something to hurt her daughter. Yeah, he did. And they used Granny's car to transport the body. That's what they did. Okay, this is their neighborhood. This is Nick's. I wonder how he liked getting cuffed and stuffed. Sons of bitches. Okay. What do y'all think? Hey, Matt. Good morning. I'm behind my chat here. Let me catch up. Cement shoes. Karma's coming for them. I don't understand how people can just fall asleep when chaos is happening in the home. I'm too sensitive. Well, you always know something is really wrong when a man says, I went to sleep. Me and my wife argued. We went to sleep. And, when I woke up, she was gone. Left all of her kids behind and gone. You know, that's a major red flag. He killed her. They got into it. He killed her. Then he called his brother, the cop brother, to help him cover it up. And then they killed Crystal's daddy. He was making a fuss, of course, over his daughter's disappearance. He knew they'd done something to her, Brooks and Nick. He had his own investigation. He was getting close. They had to take him out to shut him up. Hey, coats of many colors. CC, check my merch. I did cuff stuff, booked and cooked merch with tagline about weirdos and cool kids. Hey, that's a great idea, C-Rich Shoes. We got to do it. I want to design some cool Annabelle merch. I used to have some customers in Bardstown, Kentucky, and I gave those customers up because the people I dealt with, they were assholes. Hey, that is a crazy place. Y'all need to go watch that documentary. I'm pretty sure it's on Oxygen about Crystal Rogers' disappearance. I mean, it's got like 2 or 3 parts to it, and it talks about all the murders in Bardstown. It also talks about that cop that was ambushed on his way home from work. They think that might be connected to Crystal Rogers too somehow. It's crazy. Hey, Vicky. Anyways, let's pray that they cuff and stuff these son of a bitches. What else was I going to tell you? Oh, Barry Morphew. That's why I was so late. I was listening to Lauren Sharf's recap of day 3, Barry Morphew preliminary hearing. Let me tell you something. Barry is a freaking weirdo. He for sure killed Suzanne. We're going to get into it. They found a live .22 caliber shell beside her bed. And y'all remember when they said something about they found like a cap in the dryer to like the dart gun? It was actually like this thing. It's like called a sheath or something. It's actually like a syringe that you use like to fill up maybe the darts. Something like that. Also, it came out the framing around the master bedroom door was damaged. Like maybe someone locked themselves in the bedroom and someone kicked it in. I really feel like he somehow got into Suzanne's phone, somehow logged into her account, found out about her affair, and freaking killed her. Dumped her body near that Garfield mine somewhere. Maybe even moved it afterwards. Who knows? Who knows? He definitely killed her. I just don't know. I mean, they got a lot of good circumstantial evidence against him. They don't have any DNA evidence, and that worries me. Because they don't have a body. Hold on. Did I not save my Barry Morphew article? Oh, that's all right. Let's see. Oh, yeah, they said, investigators said that he was crying crocodile tears and even asked for immunity. Hey, Barry boy, if you didn't kill your wife, why would you need immunity? You freaking weirdo. Killers don't get immunity. It's so stupid. I mean, I have to laugh at that. I mean, like, he's the main suspect. Nobody else is involved. And he's wanting immunity. I mean, what did he think? That, like, if I lead them to her body, they're going to let me go? He is so stupid. What did he mean by that? Okay. I bet Barry suffers from little wiener syndrome. I guarantee it. What is this ad here? Hold on. I really don't like this Denver Post ad. I mean, it's kind of getting on my nerves here. Let me find the one I had. Okay, I had a Fox News one. That's better. It says Barry Morphew's hands had cuts, allegedly shed crocodile tears after wife Suzanne's disappearance. Tranquilizer darts found at home, and Suzanne Morphew's ID medical card were found in her SUV. It's probably going to play a freaking video on me, so wait just a sec. I hate when articles do that. And it's doing it. Let me close it. Okay. The third day of the Colorado preliminary hearing for Barry Morphew, charged with murdering his missing wife, Suzanne Morphew, revealed photos showing his hands and arms visibly injured in the days following her May 2020 disappearance, with law enforcement officials saying he shed crocodile tears during the investigation and even asked about getting immunity if he opened up to investigators. He is such an idiot. Suzanne went missing May 10th, 2020 on Mother's Day, after she is believed to have gone on a bike ride in Maysville, Colorado, where she and her husband lived with their 2 daughters. Her helmet and bike were recovered, but her body remains missing. The testimony presented by prosecutors so far suggests they believe Barry Morphew killed Suzanne on May 9th, 2020, the day before Mother's Day, before leaving for work in the Denver area the following morning, stopping at several trash bins there. Empty tranquilizer darts were also found in the garage of his home and inside a dryer, where investigators discovered the couple's daughter's sheets, which had been stripped from the bed in her room. Interesting. Suzanne's ID and her medical card, which she would have needed for her cancer appointment the day after she went missing, also were found inside her SUV still parked in the driveway. Testimony on Monday revealed. Chaffee County Sheriff Office Undersheriff Andy, how do you say that? Roach testified Monday that Barry Morphew's upper arm looked as if it had fingernail injuries. In the photos taken by investigators soon after Suzanne's disappearance on Mother's Day that year, there are 3 abrasions or cuts scabbing over, the undersheriff said. Outside of his hands were injuries in various stages of healing. He said Morphew shed crocodile tears, like fake tears, when he arrived at the scene where his wife's bike was discovered. Body cam footage played inside the courthouse Monday showed Barry Morphew being escorted into the home briefly after his wife's disappearance and identifying Suzanne's black bicycle shorts seen in a Ziploc bag. Well, Lauren said this morning that they asked him to go in and get a piece of Suzanne's cleanse so that the dogs could, pick up her scent, piece of clothing like she had wore. And he went and got shorts, and the officers didn't have a bag, and he got them a Ziploc bag. And the officers put them in that Ziploc bag. But while inside there, he never attempted to call Suzanne or ask them any questions. But of course, the fence was like, did what he was told. Okay. So that was the only time he was allowed into the home. His wife was reported missing, and he was also inside for 3 minutes before deputies escorted him out. The undersheriff noted how Barry was not looking around in the home. The video showed he wasn't trying to get his wife's phone, despite being the last place he supposedly saw Suzanne alive and sleeping when he left that morning. He did not examine the bed or attempt to ask any questions. Investigators were told to find 3 books that Suzanne would have left together or would have kept together in the home. They found a Bible, an Alcoholics Anonymous book, but no journal. In the fireplace, investigators described pieces of material that could have been from a journal burned. Well, Lauren said it was like the binding of a book they found in the fireplace. The undersheriff noted that the door frame of the master bedroom looked like there had been forced entry from outside of the room. He also found a .22 caliber unspent shell on Suzanne's side of the bed. What does that mean, unspent, y'all? I should know this. I'm a country girl. Photos of Suzanne's Range Rover showed that her purse remained inside and contained, I guess that means it's a live round. It wasn't shot, right? Okay, never mind. And contained her medical card, driver's license, credit cards, cash. He noted that Suzanne would need an ID to travel elsewhere in the country by plane or out of the country, and she would have needed her medical card for a scheduled cancer treatment appointment the day after she went missing. Also, Lauren said Suzanne that Wednesday she had went and got her medicine filled at Walmart. It was like some depression medicine or something else. That medicine was never found at the home. And we all know Barry was accusing her of being a pillhead and wanted her to quit taking hydrocodone and depression medicine. He probably dumped her medicine with her wherever he dumped her body at. That's what I'd say. He didn't like her taking it anyways. He was pissed off about it. Okay, Agent Derek Graham with the Colorado Bureau of Investigation testified Monday that one box of syringes was found inside the safe in the garage, as well as several darts. A spy pen was found in the master bedroom closet inside a box of bras, Graham said. A tranquilizer needle sheath was also later found in the dryer inside the home, where sheets from a bed belonging to their daughter Mallory were found. Photos showed that the bed's comforter had also been stripped off. Barry Morphew allegedly told investigators he would use a tranquilizer gun to shoot chipmunks and deer around the home. He also has inquired about buying hot top chemicals at a business called Salida Stove and Spa days before his wife's disappearance. Can you believe that son of a bitch would do that? Somebody would have shoot him with a freaking dart about 150 freaking times, tie him to a tree, just shoot him with a dart. For all the times he shot chipmunks, he probably shot Suzanne too. Can you believe that? He is a freaking, well, not even Jeffrey, I started to say Jeffrey Dahmer, but Jeffrey Dahmer didn't kill animals. He picked up roadkill and dissected it. He actually didn't kill animals. Strange, I know. Barry Morphew, he's psycho. He's freaking Norman Bates. Okay. Was previously discovered in testimony, Suzanne had sent Barry a text message days before her disappearance saying, "I'm done." Taking the stand again Monday, former FBI agent John Grusing pointed to a 6-hour time period between May 9th and 10th, 2020, when Barry would have had time to dispose of a body. He would have had a 3-hour round trip to get back home, Grusing said. Surveillance footage showed him making several trash runs at various locations along the highway. Morphew allegedly told investigators, "I'm a tightwad, and I don't want to pay for trash pickup. I work so much where my truck becomes a trash truck." Yeah, right. During an interview with Grusing, Morphew said that his wife had been abusing drugs and alcohol. No freaking wonder. I would abuse drugs and alcohol too if I had to put up with Barry Morphew. I mean, it's probably the only way she could maintain her sanity. She had to get out of it. I mean, facts. Okay, he said she was abusing drugs and alcohol, and that the last time she was well was in summer of 2018. Fox 21 reported. He also allegedly asked for immunity if he opened up about his life with FBI agents. What a freaking idiot. Grusing believes Morphew meant that if he disclosed things that he wouldn't be prosecuted for his wife's disappearance. Yeah, that's exactly what the son of a bitch meant. Trying to make her out like she abused drugs and alcohol. No wonder he isolated her away from everything. He controlled everything. He told her what to wear. I mean, probably told her how to do her hair and makeup and how to act and everything. She probably had to catch her a little buzz to put up with his weirdo ass. She was not like, and I don't believe it. Okay, Morgan Gentile, one of the two contractors Morphew hired for a job in Broomfield the weekend his wife went missing, said he called her the Monday after Mother's Day 2020, crying, saying his wife was missing. "We found the bike. It's got to be a mountain lion or a cougar," he reportedly said. What an idiot. Investigators said the pair did not have an affair. Suzanne had a 2-year affair with a man named Jeff Libler. Authorities said on May 9th, the day before she went missing, she allegedly sent him a photo of herself sunbathing. Barry Morphew claimed he wasn't aware of any affair. Yeah, right. That's what made that son of a bitch snap. Prosecutors brought Morphew's cell phone the day before his wife disappeared. What? Prosecutors brought Morphew's cell phone the day before his wife disappeared. He allegedly put it in airplane mode on May 9th from 2:47 p.m. to 10:17 p.m. He reportedly told investigators it was an accident. I don't believe it was an accident, but I have accidentally put mine in airplane mode and I have no idea. And it took me forever to figure out what was wrong with my phone. But that's not what happened to Barry. Besides being charged with killing his wife, Morphew is also accused of submitting a fraudulent vote on his wife's behalf for then President Donald Trump in November's election. Barry's charged with tampering with his wife's deceased body around the time she was killed, as well with evidence in the case from last May through early March, about 2 months before he was arrested. He's also charged with illegally possessing a short rifle and using deceit to influence law enforcement officers from the time his wife disappeared until he was arrested. Good. I don't know. Do y'all think this will go to trial? Do y'all think the judge will be like, yeah, this is enough to get a conviction? Let's have a trial. I don't know, because they have no DNA. They got a lot of good circumstantial evidence and stuff, and a lot of good data and stuff, but they don't have any DNA evidence and no body. They can convict without a body, but they usually got DNA evidence. Who knows? I have a suspicion he'll probably be tried and convicted. He is the druggie. Hibiscus said he probably is. He's probably the one that pops it left and right. Pops in pills left and right. The truth's known. I hate them freaking men that try to make their women out to be like, oh my God, she's just helpless, vulnerable, not being well, abusing this, abusing her prescription pills, drinking alcohol. I mean, no freaking wonder. No wonder. If she did abuse her pills, I'm not judging her for it. No wonder. Look what she lived with. You know? I'm not saying that's the correct thing to do, but I'm just saying, can you imagine living with that son of a bitch? That spy pen picked up a conversation. She's tired of his ass telling her what to wear and stuff. I was married to a man like that. It is ridiculous. I have a sneaking suspicion if he is a good attorney, he might get away because of something Scott Roush. What did he say? Cement shoes. Hey, what Powers? How have you been? Oh my gosh, guys, my stomach's hurting. You know what? Even if he gets away with it, he's still going to have to pay for this one day. He will have to answer for this. Karma's a bitch. Karma's a bitch. And Karma's getting ready to catch up with a few people in Bardstown, in my opinion. And I can't wait. I'm excited because they've been, searching at Subdivision for Crystal. They're on to something, I believe. They're not going to quit until they take Nick, Brooks and Nick down. Okay. Oh, yeah, guys. I had an update about little Mercedes Lane. Of course, she died from homicide, and she died from blunt force trauma. This article said, who killed her? Well, hell, that Justin Miller killed her. I mean, from what I can tell, the parents' fault, too, in my opinion. They're scum, too. Anybody let that weirdo babysit their kids not got, all their oars in the water. This child's death could have been prevented. Actually, this child should have never been living in that hotel with those scumbags. Poor little baby. Let me see what cement she said. Load up. Let's see. About 150-page long document justifying charges versus open and shut cases could be 3 pages compared to a spear gun Mexico case. Are you talking about that guy that shot his kids with the spear gun? I saw that, and I would not read that article because I just kept seeing him do that in my brain. Like, how in the hell could you shoot little kids with the spear gun? Look at little Mercedes. Okay, so authorities in Indiana say that an 11-month-old baby found dead last week after after being reported missing, died of blunt force trauma to the head. The cause of death was homicide. Mercedes Lane was reported missing August 16th when she was believed to be in the company of 37-year-old Justin Lee Miller, who was described as a family relative in court documents. Miller had reportedly been babysitting Mercedes to give her parents a break. Police found Miller on August 17th, but Mercedes wasn't with him. It remains unclear where Mercedes was in her final days or exactly when she died. Marshall County Prosecutor Nelson Chipman confirmed the cause of death to WKVI, adding the multiple anatomic findings were reported in the preliminary autopsy. He did not elaborate on those findings. Mueller and Mercedes' parents, Kenneth Lane and Tiffany Coburn, were all arrested last week and charged with child neglect of a dependent. After the baby's body was found, Mueller was additionally charged with neglect of a dependent resulting in death. It is not known if any of the defendants are expected to face more charges or if police are looking for additional suspects. I'm just like, the parents should be charged definitely with something else too, because, they had no business. Why would they trust that weirdo man that's out of it on meth and smoking that spice stuff with their little girl? Because they're pieces of crap. That's why. Because Mercedes' dad, he'd done been in trouble with CPS before when he let his other daughter, when 12 years old, get pregnant by a 20-year-old man. Let that 20-year-old man move in with his 12-year-old daughter because that guy was giving him weed. Yeah. Sick. They need to be charged with something else. They probably traded Mercedes to him for some drugs or something. It wouldn't surprise me at all. There's more to come out. Hey, Sunset. Good morning. Put them all under the jail. That's what I say. That's what I say. Pieces of crap. They's all living in that motel, just staying high on meth. Hey, the mom wouldn't even answer the detective's call about her missing baby. She answered it once, said she'd be in to talk to him, and then said she's waiting on a ride from her sister, and then turned her damn phone off. This before they found Mercedes' body. And like after they reported her missing, before cops got there, they gave the neighbor a duffel bag. Inside that duffel bag was a safe with drugs and stuff. No, Suzanne's not in Ecuador. I knew a lot of people was going to try to say that. No. She couldn't have got out of the country without any ID or anything like that. She didn't do that. Barry found out about the affair somehow. Somehow I feel like he found out about that bikini picture. He can say what he wants that he didn't. He did, and he snapped on her. Keeping an infant at a seedy motel. But I know it. I know it. You could tell what kind of motel that was, too, just by looking at the outside of it. Poor little Mercedes. So, the parents needed a break. Can you believe that? They said they needed a break and sent their precious baby with that weirdo. They're just as guilty in my eyes. That was their daughter. They sent her with him. So that's the way I feel about it. Anyways. Like she's going to get to Ecuador during the height of lockdown last May. Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. She couldn't have even got out of the country, probably. Been hard. She's not going to do that. COVID going on. Her got cancer. I find that funny. Her medicine that she just had filled was missing from the house. He hated her taking that medicine. That's why that medicine's missing. Wherever he put her body is where they'll find that medicine. I bet. I'm surprised, with all the data they have from Barry's truck and stuff, guys. I am surprised they've not been able to find her body. Why aren't baby killers given a harsher penalty? I read about the case the other day where a mom killed a baby girl because she interrupted mommy's intimate time. Only got 14 years. I don't know. They should get the death penalty. In my opinion, anyone that hurts a child should get the death penalty. That's the way I feel about it. He probably popped over me. Yeah, that's probably exactly what he did. I'd say those scratches that was on his shoulder, they said there was like 3 scratch marks, like fingernail marks. Probably Suzanne. He tried to tell investigators he got those from searching for her. And he got, all the cuts on his hands and stuff from searching for her. There was something else mentioned in court, guys, about him tranquilizing elk and then going and cutting their horns off. They would bleed like hell. What is wrong with that freak? But guess what? They never found any horns in the house. Just, the elk head with the horns attached. But no horns by themselves. Who the hell's he? I mean, think he is. It gets him the right to tranquilize animals and cut their freaking horns off. It's not telling what he did to Suzanne, guys. I don't think he shot her. I do not think he shot her. They would have found evidence inside that house, unless he took her somewhere else and did it. It's not telling. He could have been so furious at her that he tranquilized her and buried her alive. It's not telling. As punishment. Threw her pills in with her. And shooting little chipmunks with dart guns. You reckon, is he telling the truth about that? Why would you shoot little cute chipmunks? I feed the chipmunks and squirrels. They don't bother anything. They kind of make a mess on my porch to feed her, but it's like no big deal. It's nothing a broom won't take care of. Tammy, thank you. Yeah, I love my chat. Y'all are awesome. I don't feel good today, guys. Feel pretty bad. So sorry if I've been boring. I didn't feel like doing a stream. Crystal Rogers news, Suzanne Morphew news. I had to. Yeah, he's a true sicko. If he really did tranquilize elk and go cut their antlers off, they suffered and bled quite a bit. Don't the dumbass know they shed those antlers? I hear somebody cussing somebody out. I heard somebody say, "You mother effer." I don't know where it's at. It's untelling. Somebody could have been talking on the phone, screaming at somebody. Oh, thank you, Fancy. I don't believe nothing Barry says either, but you know what? I'd say he did kill chipmunks. Like I said, I believe he suffers from little wiener syndrome, and killing little innocent things like that makes him feel more manly or something. Who knows? He's a freak. He's a freak, and if his daughters don't get away from him, they're going to be warped in the head. Warped in the head. Because he's very manipulative. He's an animal torture. Laws. Serious issues. Well, guys, I will see y'all later. Y'all have a great day. Thanks for chatting. Be safe, be kind, and peace. I'm going to chill out. I don't feel good. I got a little bit of a temperature. See y'all later.